Is Nikola Jovic untouchable in Damian Lillard trade talks? That is the main topic here at the Heat Report by Chat Sports. I am Nic Rohloff, and I couldn't be happier to do this show today because, as you guys know, I might be the biggest Nikola Jovic stan on the face of the planet. And we might have a new member joining us. A Big J, you might call him, is joining the Nikola Jovic hype crew. And I couldn't be more excited to push this Jovic propaganda on YouTube and to the world. And before we get into that Nikola Jovic breakdown and what an ESPN insider did say, I want to push this video out and push the Heat Report out to more Miami Heat fans. And the best way to do that is to share the video. So if you click the share button, select Twitter, not X, Twitter, click post to Twitter, tag me at Nic_Rohloff, you'll get a shout out in the next show, and you'll get more Heat fans joining the Heat Report because this is a family of the best fans in the NBA. I just want to keep it growing, so make sure you do help us out and share the video. But that NBA ESPN insider is Brian Windhorst, and he said in an interview a couple days ago that he is very excited for Nikola Jovic. Exactly what did he say? This right here. There's a lot of Heat fans that just want to throw him in a trade for Damian Lillard. They might not feel that way after they watch him play, maybe in the preseason or early regular season. And I got to say this, Wendy, are you watching right now? Are you kidding me? Only people who watch the Heat Report know how good Nikola Jovic is. I'm not kidding. It's really a thing of beauty to watch the man play hoops. If you watched him in Summer League, and if you're watching him right now at the FIBA World Cup, he is playing really, really good ball. And there's a lot of things to like for Nikola Jovic to see if he could be the missing power forward in between Jimmy and in between Bam that we've been searching for a really long time. And I want to go in depth on what I like about Nikola Jovic and what other aspects of his game could help this Heat team take it to the next level. But before we do that, I want to get a vibe check on you guys. And it is today's pinned comment. So if you do get hit with a YouTube ad break, scroll down and let me know your answer. Is Nikola Jovic an untouchable player on the Miami Heat? Type U for untouchable, type N for no, pinned comment. Let me know in the comment section. I'll say this before we get into it. Nikola Jovic is not untouchable. It's just not. And realistically, the only two players on the Miami Heat that are untouchable are Bam Adebayo and Jimmy Butler. And you can argue that Bam's not even untouchable. Even though I love Bam Adebayo, if a player like Giannis came out and requested a trade, I'm sorry, Bam, I'm just trading him for Giannis Antetokounmpo. You just got to do what you got to do. So there's really not too many truly untouchable players in the NBA. Not even just the Heat, the NBA. But there is a lot to like about Nikola Jovic, and that is why I support Brian Windhorst. And if you get to know Nikola, he's only 20 years old. He turned 22 months ago. If you remember when he got drafted 27th in the 22 NBA draft, he was still in high school and didn't even graduate high school yet. So he's very young. He's 6'10", and I say he roughly weighs 240 pounds because that is not confirmed. He was very, very slight framed, I should say, when he came into the league, and he's only gaining more weight and more strength to his body as that progresses to this offseason and this regular season. And that's number one reason why I like Nikola Jovic. He has already improved his body. And I mentioned he came into the league 210, 215 pounds, 220 even if you want to call that lucky. Where is he now? He's at about 240. Just look at Nikola Jovic when he was playing in his first ever Miami Heat Summer League. Do you see those arms? Those are some skinny, skinny arms. And that was kind of what was holding him back, right? A slight frame, not able to play good defense, finish through contact. It was holding him back, and he suffered some back injuries as well this past season because of that frame. But now let's look at him right now in the FIBA World Cup. Do you see those arms? Those are some guns. Put them away, Jovic. Welcome to the gun show. Oh, my goodness. He's added 20, 25 pounds of muscle. He's able to play better defense because of it. He's able to finish through contact. He's just able to do everything better. And when your body's in a good spot, your body's stable, you're only able to perform at your absolute best. And I would say Jovic is entering his peak shape. I wouldn't want him to get any stronger or bigger as we currently sit. 240, 250 pounds is probably the most I'd go because I don't want him to lose a step on the offensive end as well. So I really like that Nikola Jovic is taking the initiative to put weight on and get stronger in his first NBA season. Number 2, I think he is the ideal number 4 next to Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo. And I mentioned it a little bit ago that we have been searching for that guy the past probably 4 years, right? Like ever since Bam jumped onto the scene, we've really wanted to see who that long-standing power forward is going to be next to him and Jimmy, who plays the 3. And I think Jovic can absolutely be that guy. And if you looked at what he did in the summer league in Vegas this past summer, he absolutely balled. In 4 games played, 15 points a night, 4.5 rebounds, 1.8 assists. He shot 40% from the field and 33% from beyond the arc. But he has taken it to a different level during these FIBA World Cups. And during this 2023 FIBA World Cup, where Serbia actually just won today in the quarterfinals, so Jovic and Serbia are now in the semifinals, and I believe they're going to play the winner of Canada and Germany. We might be able to see a Nikola Jovic versus Slovenia. I'm sorry. Thank you, Coop. Jovic could be playing the United States in the championship game, which I'd be a little torn. I'm not going to lie. I might have to root for my boy Jovic. But he's put up 10.7 points per night, but the efficiency has been unremarkable. He is 56% from the field and 45% from 3. He also played a game where he shot 9 of 9 from the field. This man has been on a different level at the World Cup stage, and when he keeps this going into Heat training camp, he can just only be better for the Miami Heat. And I know this photo might be hard for you guys to see, but this is I think they did a rating system on how people performed efficiency-wise, scoring, rebounding, playmaking. And I know you might not be able to see it, but number 3 on this list through 3 games was Nikola Jovic. Only 2 players higher than him, Luka Doncic and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Nikola Jovic has been playing exceptional basketball on the biggest stage against the best competition. His size, shooting, playmaking, a lot to be desired, and he could be that perfect power forward next to Bam and next to Jimmy. I want you guys, though, to come subscribe at the Heat Report because we are as versatile as it comes. And we know the Heat system loves their versatility between their players. And we're versatile as well. We cover everything. Trade rumors, trade news, just normal news, normal rumors, and breakdowns of players like Nikola Jovic. We're at 5,016 subs. Thank you for helping us get across 5,000. But I want to keep that trajectory going upward, and 6,000 is that next goal. Reason number 3 why I like Nikola Jovic is that he has an unreal feel for the game of basketball. And that kind of goes back to what I was saying about how he is able to manipulate defenders in transition, rebounding the ball, getting in the right spots to be able to hit a 3 on a catch-and-shoot situation. He is very, very good. And I like what I've seen out of him this summer as he's gotten better and better. And I do think that his feel is what makes me so excited for him because we know Bam Adebayo has that same feel. Like if Bam gets it in the high post, he knows whether to kick it or drive to the cup and score. Jimmy Butler has a great feel. And we know that Pat Riley and Eric Spoelstra really like their basketball players to be intelligent, not robots out there. You have to be an intelligent basketball player to play for the Miami Heat. And Nikola Jovic at only 20 years old is one of those guys. As the NBA season does approach here, though, I got to hook you guys up with the best sportsbook in the game, and that is BetUS. If you go to chatsports.com/bet and put in promo code CHAT125, you get an 125% deposit bonus. The college football season is already underway. We also got the NFL kicking off on Thursday, and like I said, the NBA season is only a month and a half away. So if you do deposit $100, that deposit bonus will also give you another free $125 to play with, giving you $225 in your BetUS account right off the jump. You can bet on anything like I mentioned. If you want to dabble in a little future bets, including your Miami Heat, these odds I really, really like. Eastern Conference odds for this upcoming season, 225 Boston, 300 Milwaukee, plus 450 Miami, 650 for Philly, and 1,000 for Cleveland. I think the Heat sitting at third is a flat-out joke because we know that Dame is coming to the 305, and those odds are going to dramatically shift up to the moon. So get on it early and make yourself some money. Chatsports.com/bet. Promo code CHAT125, excuse me. Also, another part that I really like about Nikola Jovic is that his defense is coming along. And this all really steps back to number one on my list right here, that he's improving his body. Because when he came in the league at 19 years old, he was slim. He had a slight frame. He was getting bullied by those power forwards and centers. He was being tasked to guard. But at 6'11", and with a 7-foot wingspan, and he's now filled out at 240, 245 pounds, he's able to stay in front of quicker guards and quicker big men and bang inside with the stronger big men to fight for those rebounds, take those charges, and just really become a complete defender. And realistically, though, when you look at what the power forward for the Miami Heat has to be defensively, you don't have to be an all-NBA type defender. You just have to be serviceable. Because when you're sandwiched in between Jimmy Butler and the best defender on the planet in Bam Adebayo, you're going to be able to hide some of those bad defenders on the court. I'm not saying Jovic is bad. He's not the best. But if he becomes serviceable next to Jimmy and Bam, that defense will just be taken to another level. And I'll throw this out here before we move on to my fifth. Just remember the last time the Heat had the best defense in the NBA, they had PJ Tucker at the 4. So if you get a serviceable to an above-average defender at that 4 spot, the Heat's defense will absolutely be elite. Last on my list, his ceiling, man. It's as high as anyone. You guys have heard me say on the channel that the way he runs the court in transition is very Giannis Antetokounmpo light. And I know I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself here, but when you see him get a board at 6'10" and then just sprint up the floor to the rim, drawing fouls like he did at Summer League, or kicking it out to someone else, or just hitting a trailer. Did you guys see the behind-the-back pass in transition the other day in the World Cup to his big man for a slam dunk? This guy has the feel. He has everything that you want in a prospect. And we know that the Miami Heat are a team that isn't really used to drafting on the ceilings, right? They want to draft guys that fit their system and can help them win. And when the Heat, coming off a season where they just missed the NBA Finals, losing in 7 games to Boston in the Eastern Conference Finals, and they take a project draft pick at 27 instead of a win-now piece, you have to know that the Heat really like that player. And I tell you what, I see what they saw in him because I love Nikola Jovic just as much as anyone in the Heat system and definitely in the Heat media market. But I kind of went through why I like Nikola Jovic. Now I want to get your final thoughts. Would you trade Nikola Jovic if it meant getting Damian Lillard? Type T for trade, type P for pass. It is the most intriguing question in the Heat market right now. Let me know your answer in the comment section. My final thoughts, even though I just went on a double-digit minute tangent about how much I love Nikola Jovic, I got to be honest with you guys. If he is the sticking point between the Heat getting Damian Lillard and not getting Damian Lillard, I am absolutely trading Nikola Jovic for Dame. I mean, Dame moves this team to the best team in the NBA and the NBA title favorites. As much as I think that Nikola Jovic and Bam 4 or 5 years down the line could be generational, I still want Dame, Jimmy, and Bam leading my team to an NBA Finals this year and the couple years following. And I would like to say I would want to keep him for a lot of reasons I just mentioned. But you just got to think of what I just said there. Damian Lillard, Jimmy, Bam, that is title contending teams. The Heat could compete for a title this year if they keep the same squad they got, but I'm not going to say out there that they're going to win the NBA Finals like I would with Dame, Jimmy, and Bam. That'll do it for today's show. Thanks for sticking around. If you have, make sure you subscribe to us at The Heat Report, youtube.com/Heat Report. We're going to go live if the Damian Lillard trade does happen, so stay locked in, hit those notifications. Don't miss anything around your Miami Heat in the offseason and this upcoming NBA season that is only a month and a half away.